control. Oh, I'm ready to roll. And I've been daydreaming about this night for a long time. I wanna dance with you under the light. I toasted a wild one. I toasted a good life. I toasted the lovers. A toast to you and I. I toasted a wild one. To you and I. To you and I. I'm on the edge. Feels like I've been walking on ice. Wanna let everything go and feel alright. When I hear the drums and the heartbeats, sweat drip down our bodies. Oh, I know we're living. Run it down, we're gonna have a good time. 1,000 hands up to the sky. We gon' get toasted tonight. I've been feeling it all day. I wanna let it go. I wanna lose control. Oh, I'm ready to roll. And I've been daydreaming about this night for a long time. I wanna dance with you under the light. I toasted a wild one. I toasted
Good morning, millennials. Welcome back to the Morning Toast. Happy Wednesday. It's hump day. Don't forget to hump someone you love today.
Don't
Jackie,
forget.
watch out.
I feel like you forgot last week, honestly.
No, when you live with Theo, you never forget that it's hump
That's
day.
so cute. How is he?
He's good. You know, he's really top of mind for me because I did a podcast yesterday with my vet, who has this podcast called We Don't Deserve Dogs, and it was literally just 1 hour talking about Theo. And normally, like, talking about anything but myself is incredibly boring, but the joy and pride that I feel for Theo, it was actually more satisfying to talk about Theo than it was to talk about me. And I guess that's what having a kid is like.
Theo is an extension of you, and like because you
Very
gave birth
much.
to him, he is a part of you.
And-
so it's really like you're talking about yourself.
And my vet has known Theo like since he was born, and she has the utmost, like, she gets it. Like, she's a part of Pjam
Does she
Nation.
feel like competitive with him because they're both doctors?
No, it's two totally different. Theo is a doctor without border. Lisa does have borders.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's totally different careers.
Very interesting. And you know, doctors also do need doctors. So is Theo her internist while she is his vet?
Yes.
Very
much so.
interesting.
Yeah.
The lines of doctorhood are so
So
blurred.
I'm feeling good. Also, it is so beautiful out today. So our new
really
studio is
is.
looking fly AF.
I've never been someone who's like so affected by the weather, but
Never.
now it really like dictates how the show is going to go and what it's going to look like. So I'm just so grateful for blue skies.
I'm very much an indoorsy person, and I've never really felt like the weather was, personally affecting me. But here I am, just like being the weather girl.
Yeah, we could be weather. We could have a weather segment.
Well, Ben wanted to, when Ben came to the studio for the first time, he obviously he's very similar to me. He finds a way to make everything about him. And he decided that he wanted to be our weatherman. And we have a little balcony, and he wanted to stand on the balcony and do the weather. And I said no one would want that.
I think that now that you said it, everyone would want that.
Really?
Yeah, but he would have to come in early to film it. It would
He
just
would
be
be
a
like
whole
the
thing.
crazy weatherman from
From
Morning
Morning
Glory
Glory,
with
right.
like his weather cocks.
Yeah, and if at this point you still haven't seen Morning Glory, like make sure to turn this off right now, go watch, and come back.
Yeah. Honestly, I would say Morning Glory is the only content more premium than this show. The best movie ever made.
It really is big. It doesn't go live every day, Monday through Friday at 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. Therefore, like that's their cross to bear.
Yeah.
But we are just serving up fresh content every day. And I just want to say, I don't want to like jinx our show, but I'm feeling like our 2020, much like the news of 2020 has been out of this world. Like I'm feeling like our 2020 shows have been funnier than ever.
By the way, 1,000%, except I was surprised that more people, like, the toasters are on to everything. In yesterday's show, I was not feeling well the whole time. Like, I almost vomited the entire show. No, I'm not pregnant, just that. And I was surprised nobody said anything. Yesterday, I really felt like was my worst show of the year.
Oh, interesting. Well, I feel as long as one of us is good, I think we're good.
And as long as we have, like, one key moment, and the key moment was talking about Victoria pretending that she was shy when she's also the girl who came out of the bachelor limo and said that her pussy was wet.
Right, exactly. And just like, don't get you a girl who can do both of those
not.
things because they're a contradiction to one
Yeah.
another.
So thanks for not calling me out on that, but I'm back. I'm not feeling nauseous today, so better than ever.
We're so glad to hear that. We
Yeah.
have a great show for you today. We have some good stories. This is the first day in like 6 days that we're not talking about Megxit, but I just talked about Megxit.
Yeah, also I saw a picture of her. She was spotted in Canada getting onto a seaplane. It said Whistler Air on the side, so I wonder where she was going. She was wearing a sweater from the row and a khaki green jacket and brown boots. Honestly, not a cute look. Really not cute.
That sounds adorable.
It wasn't. It was just like, it was so like basic waspy outfit.
Well, she's like being watched so closely right now that she actually can't dress too cute right now, or else people will say like,
Where the fun's coming from.
where the fun,
was she paying
except
for
like
it?
the row, that's a little crazy. She could have at least gone with Elizabeth and James.
Or like H&M. You're a commoner now. Welcome.
No, but also then people would have been like, oh, she's already like being red carpet star, etc. So I'm sure like her whole look is planned by a team of experts.
That's crazy. My look this morning was actually planned by a team of experts, and me and my multiple personalities, we picked out this outfit and we're really excited about it. Except it's an interesting day because it's like nice out, and I wouldn't say that I'm wearing capris. I would say I'm wearing a jean that shows a little bit of my ankle.
No, you're wearing a jean that's meant to be a capri on a tall girl, and for you, it's the right length.
Yeah, so I would say about 3 inches of my ankle are showing, which is so cute, except for the fact that my leg hair is also poking out.
I'm seeing it.
That's how you know it's like winter, but not. It's like a warm winter day because my ankles are showing, but so is my leg hair. And you know what? I meant to ask you about this off air, but now that we're on the air, I might as well ask. You know I'm going to Mexico this weekend,
yes.
My annual trip with Gwyneth Paltrow. And I was thinking about getting a leg wax.
Don't do it.
Oh, really?
Because you're also getting a spray tan, and you can't get a wax too close to a tan, or else like the skin is still raw and it doesn't pick up the tan.
Oh, damn, okay.
And also like a leg wax, if you started to wax your legs like more regularly in like the next 2 or 3 times, you'd be in a good place. But the first time, because your hairs grow all these different ways, it will do nothing, and you'll have hairy, non-tanned legs.
Okay, I just feel like there needs to be some sort of medium between shaving your legs and waxing your legs, because shaving your legs is like cool, but the next day it's all back. Like it's not an effective method for like a 4-day trip.
I've never done Nair, but I don't know. I feel like there's some merit to it.
Let's like talk about all the different options so that toasters can like write in their horror stories of using Nair, you know?
Also, I was trying to do lasering. I was lasering my armpits with Snitch, and I had to stop because my hair's too light and it wasn't picking up on the laser. And they were like the place is really great. And watching Snitch do it, I was like, wow, lasering is amazing. We were doing it at Romeo and Juliet Laser, but it just wasn't working for me. And I was just like not waxing because I was lasering, and I'm really sad about it. But I guess that's like the con to having light hair.
So I lasered my armpits years ago at Romeo and Juliet, and it was the best thing I ever did.
I'm like, so jealous.
I get 3 little strands of hair in my armpits a year, and I can live with that.
I'm really so jealous, but at least like my hair is light, so I don't have to shave it every single time you see it. Yeah. So you know, that's just, but it's interesting that people with light hair can't get laser.
Oh, can we recap Kristen Doty yesterday? I wanted to know what you thought about her.
Oh, I'm so like, actually last night's episode didn't conflict me too much because I felt like we were getting some answers. And I actually do think, as 2 people who were arguing about her last week, I got some answers in the sense of I kind of understand the path that she's on this season, where it's like her lease isn't up for a while, and so he's not going to move out.
It's
like
logistical.
I understand that, like, especially when you know, you are living with someone, and leases really do get in the way of relationships. Even when it comes to moving in with someone, you have to like revolve it around a lease. So what she was saying was like, we're broken up and we're going to move out from each other when my lease is up. And if that proves to be true in the show,
right,
then
if he never sets foot into the new house, then she was just getting bogged down by logistics.
Yeah, she was just biding her time. And like, okay, if she's living with this guy because, you know, they can't move out for a while, like, okay, have sex with him. Like, you know what I mean?
Right, he's there.
Yeah, you know him. Like, it's not so crazy. So
totally.
And I also feel like on the show, she really comes off so crazy sometimes and so emotional. But then like when we were with her, like she was just so cool. And I feel like when we only see that crazy emotional side of her, it's like, how can you have a friend who's like that 24/7? Yeah. But she's not. Like yesterday we saw the side of her that's like, oh, I understand why everyone is your friend.
Yeah, she's like funny and cool. And at the wedding, like it was super fun to be at the wedding, but Ben was literally the only person I knew like hardcore, and Stephen Miggy, like, and I was latching on to people that I know, because like being in a social setting like where you don't know a lot of people and it's also televised is kind of scary. And out of all the people there, she was literally so nice to me, like holding my hand, taking me out. She's like, we're going here, we're going there. When like, I've only met her a few times. She was so nice to me for seemingly no reason. She's just a really nice girl. And I think that's why I like went to bat for her last week, because when you see someone on TV, you don't really know everything about them. And I think what the Toasters got from her interview yesterday was like, wow, she's kind of calm. Yeah. And not really what she seems. So there's more to it than what you see on TV.
Yes, I agree. But when they only show like those crazy sides,
moments,
which I understand are the most interesting, it makes me feel like, oh, if I had a friend who was like that all the time, I couldn't be their friend.
No. So
but then when she's sitting here saying Stassi's not her friend anymore, I'm like, why wouldn't she be friends with you?
You know, that's devastating to really, to hear that now, even in real time, off camera, like the witches of WeHo are very much not a thing.
And that she doesn't know if she's going to be invited to the wedding, even though she set up Stassi and Beau. I think that is so wild.
Yeah, I know.
Like, what's an invite?
No, I know. It's nothing.
And especially now that she's totally moved on from Carter, she's like,
what's
dating.
the problem now?
Right. What's the problem now? And for her to say that she's going to find out with us on TV, like what they're saying behind her back, could you imagine?
This is giving me Tamara and Kelly vibes. When
yes,
Tamara came on our show and said she had no idea what she did.
Tamara and Kelly were never the witches of WeHo.
No, not even close.
10 years of friendship.
Not even close.
Could sleep with your friend's boyfriend and we'll still make up. So what could be worse than that?
Totally.
I do not know.
We're going to recap the entire episode of Vanderpump Rules. I watched Siesta Key, so there's a lot we're going to recap. And we have Dear Toasters. That'll be at the end of the show. But before that, I don't have a watch, but I think I think it's time.
I think it's time too. There's not like a clock or anything, but I'm just like
We're in a new studio.
my biological clock is telling me that it's time.
Okay.
That it's time for the Fast 5 stories that you need to know before you wake up and take a bite out of your morning toast.
And that's true. You know, I don't want to step on anyone's toes and like say it's not time when we already said it's time and there's so much to do and so much to discuss. But I would be remiss. I would be devastated, honestly. I might even be heartbroken if I didn't let everyone know that today's episode is brought to you by Noom. Getting in shape doesn't have to be about losing a specific amount of weight or a magic number on the scale. It's about healthier habits and feeling better about yourself. If fitting into that favorite pair of jeans is your goal, then great. But there are many reasons you might want to practice self-care, and every person is different. And because we're all different, Noom adjusts to your lifestyle. They teach you the psychology behind the decisions you make and help you to keep track of everything from workouts and steps to analyzing your diet and recommending healthy recipes. Noom also connects you with a personally assigned goal specialist and a community of other Noomers. Oh my God, Noomers like the toasters. So you have all the support you need to empower you to change. It's easy and convenient. They have an app. It's a habit-changing solution that helps users learn to develop a new relationship with food through personalized courses. It's based in psychology. They teach you why you do the things you do and empowers you with the tools that you need to break bad habits and replace them with better ones. No food is considered good, bad, or off limits on Noom. They teach you moderation and can be used in conjunction with many pre-existing popular diets if you want. They don't tell you what to do and what not to do. They basically just teach you to take an inside look in your own mind and make better decisions for yourself. You're human. If you go off track, there's no shaming, just tips to help you get back on track tomorrow. Tons of toasters have used Noom. We use it, and we've heard that you guys are loving it, and that makes us so happy. So we have an offer for you guys. You don't have to change it all in one day. Small steps make big progress. Sign up for your trial today at Noom, Noom.com/toast. What do you have to lose? Visit Noom.com/toast to start your trial today. That's Noom.com/toast.
Sign on, feel amazing. Okay, are you ready for our first story? And it's, of course, news that toasters knew first, but there is an addendum to this story that hasn't been reported yet that I'm so excited to share with all of you.
Totally, very exciting, very exciting.
First up, Vanessa Hudgens and Austin Butler break up after nearly 9 years together.
And comes as a shock to the nation, unless you're a toaster.
Unless you're a toaster, because someone shared in the Toasters earlier this week that Vanessa Hudgens and Austin Butler were about to announce their breakup. She was supposed to do some sort of interview and had to cancel because they broke up. And so, therefore, the news is out. I just want to, discuss this for 1 second because I do think it is so, so sad.
I think it's tragic. I think that their relationship was just so cool for so many reasons. One, they were together for so long through highs and lows of fame. He's becoming a really big star now. He just got cast as Elvis Presley.
He was in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
She's always been the star, and now his star is rising. And I just thought it was really cool that through the treacherousness of Hollywood, they always stayed together. Mm-hmm. And I think that she's such a cool girl. She's super famous, but not really relevant. You know what I mean? She has 37 million Instagram followers, but doesn't really work.
No, but she's so relevant. She's a style icon. So many people
she's
look
a
to
Coachella
her.
icon.
And then every time she does work or put herself in a film other than Night Before Christmas, when she was in Rent, everyone is so taken with her talent. When she was in Grease, the performance of a lifetime. Mm-hmm. She is so talented, but also she's just an it girl.
Yes, definitely.
And so for her to be with, is this Jake Ryan?
No. He's from, I want to say Zoe 101. That's where he got his start.
Wait, hold on. He was on Hannah Montana. I know it. We always have this conversation.
He wasn't on Hannah Montana. He was a Nickelodeon kid. I'm almost 100% sure he was on...
Zoe 101, you're right.
Yeah, no, he was Chase's big competition.
And of course, he was in the Carrie Diaries.
Right, so that's where this really gets personal for me, because if you know anything about me, you know that I'm such a big fan of the Carrie Diaries, a show that came and went far too quickly. Me and Margot were obsessed with it, and he plays Carrie Bradshaw's high school love interest, and he's such a cutie, and Carrie's such a nerd, but he sees the good in Carrie, mm-hmm. and just really doesn't go with Donna LaDonna, the popular girl. He goes with Carrie, even though she's a freak. And that show got canceled way too soon, and I do think that Austin Butler's career could have been different if everybody's seen the potential in Carrie Bradshaw.
No, but his career is where it needs to be right now.
Yeah. He's the epitome of young Hollywood.
And I know that everyone's saying it's now that he's getting big, the relationship doesn't work, and I just don't think it's that. I can't believe that that's the reason.
I refuse to believe that that's the reason, but it appears to be because he got the role of Elvis Presley that everyone was dying for. I heard Harry Styles tried out for it, Ansel Elgort, and Austin Butler, who's relatively unknown before. It was just before Once Upon a Time.
He does look like Elvis, though.
No, and by the way, he's blonde, but he dyed his hair black, and now during the casting process, he dyed it black, and now it was he did it on purpose because he looks so much like Elvis Presley.
That is so crazy. I don't think it's that he's getting big and now he's leaving her in the dust. I feel for a long time there was always it was always so crazy that they were still together, it didn't really make any sense.
No, but the fact that it didn't make sense made sense.
Exactly. But so now I just feel as though it's time for Vanessa and Zac Efron to reunite. Because, no, listen, hear me out. Back in the day, Troy and Gabriella, like, they were it. And I understand people change. But now the people that they've evolved into, like where Zac Efron is now with his bleach blonde hair, very artsy, and Vanessa Hudgens at Coachella, like, I feel like these two people should be together.
They're more similar than ever, but I honestly feel as though that might have been like a really toxic time in both of their lives. Like, you know what they say about the Disney culture. Like, I just think that it's better to move on. Vanessa Ann Hudgens, and I know she dropped the Ann, but I refuse to drop it. She's just at a different place in her life. I don't, like, does she have any money? I always wonder about things like that. She doesn't really work, but she has 37 million followers on Instagram. Like, that could pay you could live in a mansion in LA.
Yeah.
Own it. With 37 million followers.
Yeah, she posts an ad here and there. She's definitely like the face of some campaigns. I think she's more than fine.
She's like a Biore girl.
Yeah,
you know?
she works probably when she wants to, when she needs to. And she does the Netflix. She does the Princess Switch.
Oh, right.
You know, that was just like a crowd favorite.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, like, now, I mean, I guess my first ship of the day that I'm sailing out to sea from my mini port that I've purchased is Zanessa.
It's Zanessa, but then you told me an update in the story that's even crazier.
Okay, so then the toasters were sharing, so if you just want some inside scoop, that Austin Butler checked into a hotel with a girl. They are sharing a room. It has one bed.
One room, one king bed.
One room, one king bed, and she said she would let us know when she figured out who the girl was, and the girl is Olivia DeGange, who plays Elle in The Society.
The girl who accidentally makes the poison pie. Oh my God,
Yes.
that show is so good.
And then I looked her up, and she is playing the role of Priscilla Presley in the new Elvis Presley film, so it makes sense why they would be together.
You know what we call that, ladies? Full circle moment.
Yeah, it's just like, it all checks out. I'm going to go with that it's true because the toasters are always right.
That girl is an amazing actress. All the kids on The Society were relatively unknown except for Catherine Newton. She was in Big Little Lies, but they're still like really up and coming.
And don't forget, she was in Bad Teacher.
Oh, how could we? They're amazing actors and actresses. Like, they're not like thirst monsters. They're just like really care about the craft of acting.
Yeah.
I follow Catherine Newton on Instagram. Do you follow her?
No.
You would absolutely love her. She's so pleeny, so pink. She has like this cute little white
Really?
fluffy dog. She's always posting pictures in glam. She's always quoting Elle Woods. Like, she's you.
Wow. Oh my God, that's so shocking.
And she doesn't give that vibe as her character in The Society.
Did she also have a good eyebrow day yesterday?
I didn't check. I don't think she posted yesterday, but I'll let you know.
Were you shocked over my eyebrows? What do you, by the way, like, I haven't been addressing them. I know it's been like the elephant in the room.
Really? We've spoken about them every day this week.
Not since we've been like doing a visual episode. We only talked about them on the podcast. And like, you know, I tinted them last Friday, and now I've been like doing them darker, and they just have like a different vibe to them.
I just think your face is like different now. Like, it has dimension. Not that you didn't have dimension
Let me
before.
get like my close-up so everyone can see what we're talking about.
It has more dimension.
And when my eyebrows were blonde, I used to just have to draw on a full eyebrow, and now I feel like I'm making my eyebrows the shape that they were meant to be. Like, I used to be trying to make like a thick Instagram brow. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
And like, everyone would call me Angry Birds because I just made a straight line across my face. But now they have like this nice arch. Yes, they are a little thin, a little 90s, but maybe that's
No,
who
they're
I
not
am.
thin. They're not thin.
Not?
No, you're conditioned to think that these are thin eyebrows because of the age of Instagram eyebrows, but these are normal, natural eyebrows.
And I was just watching Mary-Kate and Ashley movies, and like, they didn't have Instagram eyebrows, but they had a great brow.
I mean, a great brow is everything, and I feel like the older you get, even when you're really set in your makeup ways, you'll never stop changing your eyebrows. A, because trends change, and B, like, it's hard to get to a comfortable place.
Yeah, and every day you have to do a new eyebrow. Like, you have to make your own eyebrow. It's crazy.
No, I'm getting my eyebrows done tomorrow. We'll see, you know. And it's like same with a haircut. And I get my eyebrows done the same day, same place, same person every time. But it's always like you got to hold your breath. I know everyone's probably thinking like, oh my God, Claudia looks so different because I got a haircut yesterday. And I honestly don't want to talk about it. But your new co-host is a man, so.
It's exciting, though, because I've always just, like, it brings a different energy.
Yeah.
And
we've needed some masculine energy on the show.
we have, and I'm thankful to you for taking that plunge.
You're welcome. Between my
Anyways.
hairy legs and my short hair, I'm really turning into a man right before you.
Vanessa Hudgens,
Vanessa
Austin
Ann
Butler.
Hudgens.
Very sad.
I refuse to drop the N.
That's fine.
And I wonder what the branding, idea behind that was. Like, it was such a Vanessa Ann Hudgens.
I think it was going from, like, Disney
It was
to Datney.
Yeah, it was a maturity thing. Datney? Oh, Disney to Datney. I refuse to drop the N. I'm sorry that I hope she's not like suffering. It must be hard if we know that he's in Australia with another girl. Like, she probably knows that as well.
Okay, the helicopters today are really out of control.
TMZ just like coming for us all the time. It's so frustrating being the biggest star in the world. It's you know, this is the price you pay. Me and Meghan Markle both know, like, this is the price when you're so famous.
It is the price. But honestly, it's just such a beautiful day. I don't blame, like, these helicopters for wanting to fly.
It's probably some, like, nerd tourists, like, taking a trip around the city.
With their feet out the window.
Oh, God, yeah.
Zach once got us those on, like, something for Valentine's Day, and I was like, never in my life will I ever.
I've never been in a helicopter.
And then I sent him an article a few weeks ago that was like, that company has the most amount of crashes.
Oh my God, are you not going to say the company?
It just seems mean.
Yeah, don't. It's fine. Because we might want like a free plane from them one day.
No, I don't think we do.
Is it Blade?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. It's just one of those touristy feet out the.
Oh, I mean, by the way, people who put their feet out a helicopter are so dumb. Nuts.
Okay, next story. Really cool news. Billie Eilish is going to perform the title song for the James Bond film No Time to Die.
Oof, love that.
There's been a lot of speculation about who's going to sing the song because, you know,
Adele,
they're in such great company. Adele, Sam
Smith.
I'm assuming others that we just don't know their names.
Yeah, it was before our time.
And I had seen like some speculation that it might be Beyonce because she posted a photo with a martini. But it's Billie Eilish, and I love this for her.
That is such an honor for Billie Eilish. I've really, TikTok has really started to influence my taste in music. Like that song Dance Monkey is my favorite song.
It's such a great song.
And one of the songs that kind of went viral on TikTok is Ocean Eyes by Billie Eilish.
Oh.
And now I'm just like such a stan.
Yeah.
When you give me those ocean eyes.
I'm such a stan because of carpool karaoke, which we never talked about.
Yeah, we did.
I don't think that we did. We talked about it with each other.
Oh.
But not on the show, I don't think.
I think we did.
I don't know.
We talk about everything on the show.
We do. But it was so good. I have so much respect for her. I can't believe she's only 17.
That little
I've
bedroom.
been listening to that song, All the Good Girls Go to Hell. I feel like I could be Billie Eilish.
By the way,
God himself.
All the songs sound the same. When you give me those ocean eyes, you know I know how to make me cry.
Well, we'll be getting another new song called, I'm assuming, No Time to Die from the name James Bond.
Oh, is that what it's going to be called?
Yeah. I'm actually really...
Skyfall was Adele. What was Sam Smith's called? Bondini.
Yeah, I believe it was...
Bondarella?
Bondini Vibes.
Bondini Vibes, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that sounds right. This James Bond film, like I've never watched one, but I'm feeling like I might want to watch this one because Rami Malek's in it. I think he plays the villain, and I so love that for him.
He's so villainy.
I've seen... And it's just like Zach said on this show once, you weren't here, which is why he was, and he said, any movie, any superhero movie is only as good as the villain. Like if the villain isn't a strong enough, and I think that's what the problem with Aquaman was, because like the villain turned out to be his like mom or something. Oh. If the villain's not strong, it's just like, why are we fighting so hard?
Well, that's why Bring It On with Hayden Panettiere is such a good movie, because the villain, Whitney, she's an amazing actress. Whatever happened to that girl? But that film is so good because Whitney's so evil.
Yeah. It's really, and it's like any season of The Bachelor is only as good as the villain.
So true.
Like,
who do you think is the villain this season?
I think, well, now what they're doing is like there's no outright like Olivia Caridi villain where they're like
ruining people's lives.
Right, exactly. I think they're evolving where it's like in each episode or 2 episodes, there's one villain. So I think Hannah Ann will be a little villainous. I think the girl with the champagne, Kelsey is villainy vibes. It seems like Victoria F is...
well, we just don't like her. But
No. I've heard that she is
salacious?
Controversial or something. I don't know.
I can't believe we're only 2 episodes into The Bachelor.
I know.
Feels like it's been on for a lifetime, and I still don't know anyone's name.
It really is feeling like it's shaping up to be a good season, though.
Really? Because I thought that, and I'm always so negative about The Bachelor, and I've been seeing a lot of people just being like, the girls are boring, this season sucks. And people never say that. I'm always the one saying it.
Really? I think the girls are cute. They're cute.
No, by the way, I think they're fine.
And I feel like the ending is not going to be your traditional
fairy tale romance.
Getting down on one knee.
I would agree. What was the story we were talking about?
Billie Eilish.
Oh, good for her. You know, I hope she's making a lot of money, and I hope she's saving it, putting that shit in a 401k.
Oh, for sure.
I hope she's surrounding herself with people who really care about her, not like Selena, you know?
Oh, exactly.
Selena is a what do they call it? Like a warning story, like a cautionary tale.
Yes.
So true.
Do you have something else that you want to say?
That's a good question, you know. I'm feeling like I might, you know?
Yeah, well, we have like a third story that's really fun. And is there someone who's sponsoring our third story that's really fun?
Jackie, that's so funny that you asked that, because I literally just picked up my papers. Yes, and you're going to die, because the third story is brought to you by Copari.
My favorite. And they have a new product with Jump Obsessed with.
Our New Year's number one resolution is just to chill out. And I've always been pretty good at chilling out, but I feel like last year, like I started to like work and stuff, and I gotta chill out because that's just not me. It's easier said than done, but sometimes it's as simple as taking a few moments to yourself to soothe your body and mind. And one of our favorite ways to do that is with the new CBD products from Copari. You've definitely heard of Copari's organic, vegan, premium grade coconut oil products because we talk about them all the time here on the
And you've
Toast.
definitely heard of Copari as something that might get your wrist snapped. It just might.
And it's the same attention to ingredients that makes their CBD line the one to trust. It's hard to venture into CBD. You don't know like what's real, what's not. And Copari is such a reputable brand that's always putting like organic products and safety first that I think that if you're going to venture into CBD, Copari is definitely the way to do it. Copari's products use the only full spectrum CBD whole plant powder on the market, combined with their famous coconut oil and maximum absorption and ultimate nourishment. Copari is as dedicated to sustainable and quality sourcing as their CBD plants as they are with their coconuts. If you've got any aches, kinks in your muscles, anything that needs relief, their CBD Body Balm Cream and Recovery Balm go smooth and feel amazing. So Ben's dad has a bad back and I actually gave him the balm and he's been loving it. He's been making Ben's mom put it on his back every night, which she's not super happy with me. But
on Sunday, I was having really bad cramps and my back was
that's so
hurting.
smart.
And I had Zach put it on my back because I had just gotten the new CBD Copari and it felt so much better, like so much relief.
They have a Copari CBD deodorant that can help soothe inflammation and has the freshest herbaceous lavender scent. It's CBD, it's not THC. Their coconut CBD products won't get you high. They just soothe you and calm you with some of nature's biggest power players paired to perfection. And if you're going to try a CBD product, you should do it right. Go with Copari. If you've been wanting to see what all the CBD hype is about, let this be the nudge you need. You can get 15% off all CBD products right now when you go to coparibeauty.com/toast. That's Copari Beauty, Copari spelled Kopari beauty.com/toast for 15% off your first order. The link is coparibeauty.com/toast. You'll get 15% off your order. Check it out.
Check it out. Love it. Sign on, get Copari. Okay, next story. Kim Kardashian denies booing Tristan Thompson at basketball game.
The drama.
Okay, so I avoided this story yesterday because Kim and Kanye were at the Lakers game sitting next to Courtney Cox. Did you see that?
Of course I did. And Jen Meyer.
Yes.
Jewelry.
And then people were saying that she was booing Tristan, and now she's saying, now I guess the story got big enough that she has to debunk it.
Okay, but I just want to say what happened on Twitter yesterday is something you and I both predicted. We said on this show last week that celebrities are now just like responding directly to news articles about them, being like, this shit isn't true, and it's always from Cosmopolitan. Kim responded, Cosmopolitan, I literally stood up to cheer for him.
Yes,
we
that's
were
what she
there
said.
to support him.
She said, I was there to support him and was cheering, screaming, let's go Tristan. I would never go boo anyone. I don't go to hate, only to cheer. And it's obvious that she's been watching Cheer on Netflix.
Who hasn't?
She's inspired by Jerry and his Matt talk.
And his positivity.
Right, and there she was on the sidelines, Matt talking Tristan.
1000%. I just think this whole story is so frustrating. First of all, we know Kim. Would she ever go, okay, so it was a Lakers game, so she could go to any Lakers game. Would she go to the one Tristan is playing at? He doesn't play for Lakers, he plays for Cavaliers. So would she go to the one that he's playing at just to boo him? No, she's not even confrontational. When the day after she cheated on Chloe and she was giving birth, she couldn't even say anything to him. She just stuck her tongue out behind him. Like, she's not confrontational. We know that about Kim.
We know that about Kim. And Tristan does play for the King Charles Cavaliers.
Theo's team.
But there has been speculation that Chloe and Tristan are getting back together, which is not something I've brought to this show because I do know that he is China'd and their relationship is China'd because we're so done talking about it.
This is our basket of people who have been China'd. And China'd means we no longer speak about you because you were in the news so much we've started to hate you. I'm starting to feel that way about Harry and Meghan, but we're not there yet. Obviously, the term China, if you're new here, has been named after Black China because there was a time in our lives like 2 years ago when every day was something else. Like Rob was posting pictures of her vagina on Instagram. Now there was just, it became to be too much, so we China'd her, and that means we no longer spoke about her. And then we included Tristan Thompson in the basket because him and Chloe were becoming so out of control. Every day was something new. The Jordan Wood stuff was like salty and interesting, but then it got to a place where I was just so incredibly over it.
Right.
So we placed him in the basket. And then finally in the basket, we know he's a child, Jacob Sartorius, but he's out of control on TikTok, and he beat me out for a People's Choice Award a few years ago, so we just don't talk about him.
Yeah, but we were never really talking about him to begin with. So that was like a preemptive China.
It was just me being salty.
Yeah, it's like he could get the role of Elvis Presley and like we still won't talk about him.
No, I refuse to acknowledge his existence.
Okay, I think that's okay. But Tristan and Chloe like might be getting back together.
Who cares? For real. Like, I
care. I care about Chloe's love life. I care about Chloe's love life. I'm going to say it.
I am a diehard Kardashian fan. Like, I will buy any product. I will go to any event. Like, I love them so much. I will apologize for anything they do. Like, I'm a blind stan. But when it comes to Khloe and Tristan, like whether they're together or not, I couldn't give a rat's ass.
I give a rat's ass about Chloe's love life. I'm also wearing Good American underwear right now because I got a good. Should I show you? It's so nice. It's like nice and tight.
Is it coming for Skims?
No, it's a very different vibe because I was putting on this dress today and I was like, I don't want to wear Skims that's too tight and like this dress is kind of loose, but I need something to hold all my shit together. And my Good American panties came in, and because I got like a Good American press package, which was just like so exciting, humbling, joyous, throw it in your mouth, spit it up,
give birth to it, put it in a blender.
And I just wanted to give a shout out to the GA panties.
Wait, I went online yesterday. There was a Skims restock at 12 o'clock. I got online at 12:04 and all the boob tape was sold out. I just want to try it.
Oh my God, I just want to try it. You should have seen me trying to use fucking shipping tape to get my boobs up at the TPG Awards. Yes, and it was painful. It took off my spray tan.
What did you do? Did you end up using it?
No, it did nothing. I was like, I need the Skims tape.
It's so annoying. I went on 4 minutes late. I was going to get any shade because I wear it under my dress, so I don't care if it's not my skin tone.
Yeah.
All sold out.
Damn. I'm sorry.
She should come out with clear tape like that.
No, it was terrible.
No, it won't be like shipping tape, just the same tape but clear.
But why?
I don't know. Try it.
But why? Like, what?
I think I should work for
purpose?
Skims, head of development.
No, but
product development.
Okay.
Well, just in case that it shows a little bit, it's not such a big deal.
I guess.
Like clear bra straps, which no one has ever used.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, are you ready for our next story? Because it's also a bit of Kardashian news that I found to be quite interesting.
I'm always ready. Like, let me spread my legs.
We haven't talked about them in a few days because we've been talking about the Windsors.
The other royals.
Right, but today's for the American royals. It's a beautiful day in America. Kylie Jenner's assistant, Victoria Villarroel, quits to become an influencer.
No, I heard that. I read this. I'm like, they don't know anything. Where are you reading this from?
Page 6. No, but it's not as salacious as it seems. It's like she was working for Kylie for a few years, and now she like quit because she has 900K on Instagram. She's just like being an influencer, but her and Kylie are still great. And I feel like it makes sense. Like if they're gonna be best friends, it's weird if she's her assistant.
Agreed. And that's where Steph Shep, I think, got a little icky when she was Kim's assistant. She was like going out with Kourtney, and it's like, you're supposed to be working on Kimoji. What are you doing? Get back to the office. Like, it just didn't make sense. And that definitely happens. I do think it's a mistake when a lot of the Kardashians like are always posting and like promoting almost their assistants, because inevitably they're gonna grow beyond the role of being someone's assistant. Like Khloe's assistant, who is a toaster, she doesn't really get posted. She's on the show sometimes, but she has like maybe 100K.
But I think it's just because they're not best friends. Like,
no, I think that like they might be learning.
Victoria and Kylie are like the same age. Like they have the same interests. Like it makes sense that they would become friends. But like Khloe, I think it just depends on their ages.
I think they're also like learning not to do that. You know what I mean? Like they're phasing out of it. Like Steph Shep, I think and they're still friendly with Steph Shep, but I think it was like a big like learning lesson.
Well, mostly because Steph Shep, not because she got famous. Like I think the Kardashians are always happy when they're friends, like when they're like rising tides raise all ships. But it's because of that Refinery 29 article where she just like talked more about Kim than she should have, and like talked about doing the laundry and working with like North and everything.
That was weird.
Yeah.
And don't you think she should have had to run that by Kim and like the press team?
Yeah, and she didn't. And so I think that was where it just got icky. But the fact that she was becoming like a famous assistant, I think Kim was fine with.
Okay.
No one's ever going to beat Kim.
I guess this whole thing came from Kim being a famous assistant.
Exactly. And no one's ever going to like, I don't think Kim has to worry about
full circle
anyone eclipsing her. And I think and like especially Kylie with her friends, like she's always posting them, tagging them. Like I think she's always now like with Iris and her lash line, she's just like promoting their businesses. Stas and her bikini collabs.
She's definitely a woman who supports other women. And I think Ramona Singer would be incredibly proud of the woman Kylie Jenner is turning into.
Yeah. And I'm happy that like she has close friends around her. And I think being Kylie's friend for Victoria was like more important than being her assistant.
Yeah, Victoria is literally one of the most beautiful women. Like I follow her on Instagram and I'm in love with her. She's so beautiful and she's so snatched.
Yes. Fifth and final story, a little
biz news. Oh my God, biz news. We haven't had biz news in so long. The biz world has been kind of quiet.
It has been kind of quiet, or maybe the celeb world has just been so loud.
Well, biz news is brought to you by Felix Gray. If you constantly have your face in a screen morning to night, and I do, my screen time is so embarrassing. That thing that they added to the iPhone, I wish that they wouldn't do that. I don't need to know how much time I'm spending on Instagram a day. It's like 3 hours combined. It's out of control. Too much screen time can actually result in tired, dry eyes, headaches, blurry vision, and trouble sleeping. I get migraines from how much time I spend on my phone, and I also cannot see anything. Like when I'm watching TV, I have to put on glasses now. But not since we've been wearing Felix blue light glasses. So Felix Gray launched in 2016 with the singular focus to offer the most effective computer glasses on the market with all the quality of brand name designer frames, and quickly became the internet's favorite blue light glasses. So their glasses filter out 90% of high energy blue light and eliminate 99% of the harsh glare coming from screens. So if you're wearing your Felix Gray glasses before bed while you're scrolling your phone for hours, watching TikToks like me, when you take the glasses off, you won't have trouble falling asleep like you normally would if you weren't wearing the glasses. Unlike other brands who use cheap blue light coatings that are ineffective and can chip or scratch, Felix Gray uses a proprietary blue light technology that's embedded directly into the lens. They're available in prescription, non-prescription, and readers. Felix Gray has you covered with optical glasses for work and sleep glasses in the evening that are clinically proven to increase melatonin secretion when worn leading up to bedtime. Why would you buy glasses from a company whose sole focus isn't making glasses? We trust Felix Gray because they make the best blue light glasses in the game. Go to felixgrayglasses.com/toast and get a pair of blue light glasses from the pros. Shipping and returns are totally free, so go to Felix Gray, FELIXGRAY glasses.com/toast, felixgrayglasses.com/toast, I want to say.
Sign on, see well. Okay, are you
Biz
ready?
news.
Are you ready for some biz news that's exciting for some?
Is the market crashing?
For some aspiring 4-day work weekers like us.
Oh my God, I'm such a big fan.
Shake Shack has rolled out a 4-day work week at dozens of locations as the CEO says it's never been harder to attract and retain workers. Shake Shack is using a 4-day work week to win over managers as restaurant chains battle for employees. During a presentation here on Tuesday at the ICR conference, Shake Shack CEO Randy Garutti said the chain has rolled out a 4-day work week for managers at a third of its locations. It's never been harder to attract, retain, and find high-quality employees, he said. According to Garutti, the 4-day work week has been an incredible competitive advantage. I bet it is. In November, Garutti said in a call with investors that the chain was looking to expand the 4-day work week to more locations.
Wow.
Great, maybe to some more companies.
Yeah, I think the Toast is thinking about
The
implementing.
more toasters that get 4-day work weeks, the more we can move towards a 4-day work week.
Right, because like if everyone's working 5 days and we're only working 4, then we're slacking,
Yeah,
leaving
and
people
we-
without content
yeah,
for their morning.
We are here to
coffee.
serve your work week and to make your workday experience more enjoyable.
We
but
are
as
your
long as
servants.
that experience is 5 days a week, unfortunately, so are we.
Damn, I mean, this is crazy. I feel like a lot of fast foods are like making like company culture like so premium. Like Starbucks, they're paying for your college and stuff. They're always like giving incentives.
Yeah, Taco Bell also, I guess, at this big conference of...
What is this fast food conference and why wasn't I there eating everything in sight?
100%. It's the ICR conference and it's
What's
in,
ICR? Claudia needs to be there conference?
Yeah.
CNTBC?
I think so.
I need to go to the CNTBC.
And it's in Orlando, which is
oh
so
my God,
you.
you know I love Orlando.
Which is so
it's
you.
so tacky like me.
Taco Bell recently announced it would test a $100,000 salary for the general managers of certain company-owned locations later this year. Oh, and Starbucks has been rolling out a new mental health benefits for all employees, including a subscription to the meditation app Headspace.
Wow. Starbucks has been at the forefront of this. Like they've been like leaning into like providing different benefits for their employees for a while. And I think that's really great. I didn't know that like these fast food companies were having such a hard time retaining employees. Who knew that was a problem?
Who knew?
Because I thought it was like jobs were the problem, you know, but now it's like no jobs, you know, no jobs.
You are the problem.
Well, I cannot believe that Shake Shack is having 4-day, but that doesn't mean like
will
their
o-
hours are changing.
No, that they won't. They'll be open more than 4 days a week.
But I guess
the
now they
people
need more
working there-
employees.
Yes, exactly.
That's so cool.
But if
I
you were
just-
between two jobs and one of them was offering you a 4-day work week, check.
I just went to Shake Shack when I was on my way home from Atlantic City. Me and Ben stopped at a rest stop on our way home. It was 10:59 and the Shake Shack closed at 11. And I was the last person. They literally, the person behind me, they said they couldn't come in. And these people like wanted to kill me because me and Ben obviously stood at the menu like for 3 hours. Like, should we get this or that? And I ended up getting a chocolate milkshake. And I've never had a milkshake from Shake Shack before. And I'm just here to say, I now know why they named it Shake Shack. They have some of the best shakes like the best chocolate shake I've ever had in my life.
Wow.
And it was just so simple, nothing crazy, you know, like crazy fudge, just like plain chocolate.
I have
but
something
premium.
so crazy to admit.
You've never had Shake Shack.
I've never had Shake Shack.
That doesn't surprise me.
Not even the fry, I don't think. Because, you know, why would I have a fry? Why would I wait on that long line for a fry
Yeah.
when I can just go to McDonald's?
I've only had it a few times because the line is so crazy, and I've only had it in airports. They have 2 at JFK. And I don't like live for the fries. They're the crinkly fries, and I don't love crinkly fries. I like a straight skinny fry.
Very Nathan's of them.
Yeah, very Nathan's. Not my favorite. I would say my favorite McDonald's. It actually might be a tie. I love Miami Subs fries.
Oh, so good and so different.
But Miami Subs is a regional chain.
And it's more of like it's a potato
yeah, I think it's only in Florida.
in Miami.
No, because we've been to ones not in Miami. It's a Florida chain. It's a regional chain. I don't think that all the toasters know about it, but it's called Miami Subs, and it's so good. And they have the best fries.
Good. They're
like seasoned fries.
Yeah, they're so different from
Usually
McDonald's.
I don't like that shit.
It's a whole other category.
Yeah, it's a whole other category. You know what fries I don't like is Burger King. They're really, no, sorry, not Burger King, Wendy's. They are on this like new healthy thing where it's like they're real potatoes just like salted. And
Sickening.
You could see like the little skin of potato to make you think that is a real potato. And it's just like, I'm not coming to Wendy's and ordering fries to be healthy. So just give me the trans fats and go fuck yourself, you know?
Yeah, that's not what Dave would have wanted.
Not at all. And definitely, I'm sitting next to Wendy herself, so.
And it's not what I want. Remember when they did that casting for like a new Wendy and they just like looked for girls all over America and I was right here and no one like called me or anything?
I don't think they were just like knocking on people's doors. I think you should have been like proactive.
No, and it was
went.
also before I had a good eyebrow day, so why would they have chosen me?
Yeah, they never
like
would have chosen
Wendy
you.
does have brows.
We are going to recap Vanderpump Rules, and then we'll dive into Dear Toasters. New episode of Vanderpump Rules last night. Nothing really happened. They're gearing up for the wedding. I can't believe the wedding's only a month away, and they're not ending with the wedding. It's in the middle of the season.
Yeah, I think there's so much more happening. We know that Stassi gets engaged later on. And so I wanted to, okay, I don't even know where to begin because it was a weird episode. Nothing really happened, but we moved the needle on how I feel about people. Like Dana and her stand-up.
Oh my God.
We have no choice but to stand up.
It was, watching someone do stand-up is painful. Watching someone do stand-up like on televised TV when like their friends are there and the guy, like she had to be good.
Honestly, she is so brave.
Oh my God, I have
Land
so
of
much
the free, home of the brave.
So much respect for her. Her jokes were funny when she was like, so many toxic men in your life and, you know, my dad is still around. Like, it was so funny.
When she was the AirPods and like, that is such a thing when it's like, oh, sorry, like, I guess I can't hear you.
Yeah,
Like,
no. She was very good. I was surprised and like, just so the bravery knows no bounds. To do stand-up anywhere is brave, but to do stand-up on a TV show you just joined while the guy you're seeing is in the audience is
and like
a level
all
of brave.
the girl, like, and Lala Kent is sitting there like sober and remembering.
I think it's really nice that Lala went and like it's really open to the new girls and like the new people because she was a new girl and everyone was so mean to her and they made it so hard for her. And like now I just see her being best friends with everyone and like I'm happy for her for like being included, but like it just feels. So I'm like salty about it.
No, it still bothers me the way that they treated her.
And not only were they not nice to the new girl, but they were so hard on her. And it was only like when she like came out with her relationship and was like on PJs where they all like turned around. And it just seems like they like her now for sure, but the way they got there was so not genuine.
Yeah, it's like we can forgive, but we'll never forget.
Never.
That's how I feel.
And I love that Lala like isn't turning her back on who she used to be, and she's embracing the new people. And like I want to know where her friendship stands with Sheena because Sheena was like one of the first people who like she was really good friends with Lala before all the girls like became best friends with her. And then like remember at someone's birthday party Sheena was crying because they were all becoming friends with Lala and she knew that like Lala was never going to be her friend again and they don't seem to be really friendly.
Okay, Sheena is like a whole other topic that I just want to just shelf for one second. I really did like that Lala reached out to James. He's not my favorite person on the show and I know he's done a lot of like terrible things, but I think their friendship at one point was really sweet.
And I think it was so real.
And for a really long time, he was the only person that was there for her. And like, I think they had a lot of really good times. So I was glad that they buried that hatchet.
And I'm glad that she's now like in this great place in her life, friends with everyone, marrying a millionaire, engaged, but she's not turning her back on the people who got her there, which was 100% James.
Right. And so I like, while I love everything that's happened for her, like, I'm really glad that she is still being that girl that we know and love.
From Salt Lake City. I agree.
Right.
I totally agree.
Totally.
Then Jax and Katie went over to Kristen's house. It seems like Katie and Kristen made up at that bachelorette thing. And then they went over and Jax was like kind of being helpful and mature.
Oh my God, the best advice I've ever heard. And like
very straightforward.
I guess like it takes a snake to know a snake, you know, and like
Yeah.
he saw the behavior that maybe he would have pulled on someone back in the day.
Right.
And I was just so grateful that he was like having the backbone that Kristen needed.
And patience.
But she didn't have like the wherewithal to, you know, keep like to be consistent about.
Yeah, I really felt like I was feeling for Kristen in that episode because not only is packing so treacherous, I could just tell she was like sweating. There was so much to do. I don't know why she didn't hire a mover. And then with all the Carter stuff and everyone's like coming over to her house to yell at her, like it was a lot and I really felt for her.
Yeah, and also it's like I understand now where she's coming from a little bit more, where it's like she's broken up with Carter. She feels as though she's doing the right thing, but like Carter's going to do and say anything to get back in her good graces, not because he means it, but because he knows it's what she like needs and wants to hear.
And she's only human.
Right, and she's only human. So like when the person that you're breaking up with is telling you everything that you want to hear, but
while living in your house.
Right, but you don't know that it's just because like he has nefarious intentions and
has nowhere else to live.
You. It can be very confusing.
Of course, she's confused. But seeing her yesterday on the show just talk very straightforward, it seems like she's out of that dark place.
Yes.
And the logistics kind of cleared themselves up and she's living in the house alone and she's seeing other people.
Yeah, and I will say, like, we haven't seen a lot of her conversations with Katie, Stassi, Lala, but they have been about Carter, but that's because they're bringing it up. Like, when Stassi said, like, we made a vow to never talk about Carter again, but we, of course, broke it. Like, if I had a friendship like that, and I think I would try a lot of different things, but one of them would be like, okay, you know what, do whatever you want. We're not talking about it anymore. Like, I just want to be your friend for the reasons we became friends.
What's so frustrating, and this is when Lala was talking to Lisa at Vanderpump Dogs, she said, like, you know, Kristen keeps bringing it up, and like, we don't want to be involved. And it's like, you literally pulled Carter over at the housewarming party to talk to him and started the whole conversation.
Yeah.
So it's like, and I get that they definitely have to like have conversations initiated in order for the show to like move forward. But everyone basically taking the stand being like, we want nothing to do with this, and then putting themselves right in the middle of it is very hypocritical.
Yeah, so I just want to see how things play out moving forward. We don't have enough
You're not getting
information.
arrested.
You're not getting arrested. You're not getting pulled over. We don't have enough information. I don't know how everyone's behaving yet for me to make a judgment call. Mm-hmm. But I'm liking seeing where everyone is landing.
Right, and they haven't been together yet.
Yeah.
Since that whole thing. Stassi was like not really in this episode. It's like
No.
There's so many people now. I think the cast is up to like 18 people that it's hard to get like a real full episode of anyone. Like everyone is really pulling their weight. I actually find the new people drama to be kind of interesting, especially how Sheena relates.
Okay, now it's time to talk about Sheena.
Are we taking her off the shelf?
I'm taking Sheena off the shelf and I'm throwing her like in timeout because I'm so mad at her. I'm so mad at her behavior. And it's just like Ariana said, you either die the victim or you live long enough to become the villain. And that's exactly what Sheena's doing. And like, because she's been through it, doesn't mean that that's how you treat other people. It should mean that you know that you don't treat people like that.
She could take a page out of Lala's book. Lala was the new girl. Everyone was mean to her. Now Lala's the coolest girl on the show and she's so nice to the new girls. Sheena got bullied into polishing the glasses, then she, kind of came out and she's not, and now there's new people, and she's doing the exact same thing that Stassi and Katie and Kristen did to her.
And it's like, if you're going to bully someone, at least use your own tactics, not some 10-year-old ones.
And if you're going to bully someone who is lame. Like, Dana is so cool. Like,
she's so cool.
She can't be bullied.
And
Dana
also,
cannot be bullied.
You also can't use your job, and time on the clock to, take out your personal vendetta against someone. And, she needs to be trained, and you're not training her. I need Lisa to see this episode and
she shouldn't be working at SUR.
No, it's so fucked up to use, your workplace as a way to take out your own grudges against people. And the fact that it all started with a boy is just so crazy.
Dumb.
And people, I was watching Watch What Happens Live last night, and S.E. Cup was saying that Sheena has just too big of a heart of gold because she got him an Apple Watch for Thanksgiving. And it's that to me doesn't scream heart of gold.
That seems loser.
And you don't get someone a gift for Thanksgiving, by the way, unless in which case I've been missing out on 27 years of gifts.
Yeah.
And I would like a gift for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And I feel like you get someone a gift like that, to make them feel indebted to you, not out of the goodness of your heart. It has selfish connotations because you just want them to be obsessed with you.
Right, and you want something in return.
And also, Sheena keeps saying, Max and I are such good friends, my best friend. Meanwhile, she goes to dinner with the suspended manager, and the manager says one negative thing about Max, that he's thirsty, and Sheena's like, yes, ha, ha, ha.
No,
that's not how you talk about your friends.
She's so contradictory, and it's she loves Max, but she also loves Brett, and I love how Brett is just not here for any of it, and it's just very straightforward. We're friends, that's it.
And when Brett was ending things with her before they even began, and then her interview cuts to, and I understand interviews can be used at different times, but she was he doesn't mean it. You should have seen the way he kissed me on the first date. I'm yeah, that's because he didn't know you yet.
No, totally. She's out of control.
She seemed when Kristen said yesterday that she's the best Sheena we've ever had, maybe as it relates to her friendship with girls, but as it relates to her relationships with boys,
men,
it's out of control. And I usually wouldn't care. I like a girl like that who just wears her heart on her sleeve and is boy crazy, but when she's taking it out on other girls because it's just jealousy, and it's a girl that I now who did stand up in front of Lala Kent, I'm sorry, but I'm not here for it.
Yeah, no, girls who attack other girls as it relates to men are just so immature, and it's if anything, she should be mad at Max and be bullying Max. No, she's obsessed with Max. Do you think Max really told two random girls that he owned the bar?
The way that he told the story made complete sense to me.
Agreed. I actually really like him. I like all the new people.
That is how a game of telephone and miscommunications.
Yes.
I saw that whole thing was summed up with a nice bow on it. Why those girls would say he owns the bar just because he said it's my bar.
Yeah.
And no one's really wrong in that situation except for those, they were just talking so much shit about him. And so far, he seems like a nice guy.
That suspended manager, I did not like her. She was such a shit stir. She couldn't believe she was going to get to be on the show. So she came with all of her notes and her legal pads and writing down everything that she heard about everyone on the show. She was so thirsty. I really didn't like her.
No, and I hope she's not going to become one of the new cast members, and I don't think that she is.
I don't think that she is. I think she just was like a faith. Like she just happened to be the right time, right place, and had the right piece of information.
Yes.
I think she's irrelevant. I hope so. Oh my God, I really disliked her.
Really disliked her. But I was glad that Ariana was like sticking up for like just saying that, you know, they were being assholes and she was just like, no, you guys are the assholes.
I really like Ariana. Except I don't know why she went over to Lisa and asked for her job back. Like, what does she need to work at SUR for?
Well, I think one, like the show, and I think she enjoyed it. She was really good at her job. And then as she like delved into her mental states and she's moved into her house and like how she was talking about, and they've been talking about getting a house for so long. They lived in Kristen's old apartment so that they could save up for a house. So to get that and like have that accomplishment and then like to realize that you're still not happy, like I feel like it was so relatable, brave of her to share that. And I think that she misses that like structure of you know, the menial tasks of working at SUR.
I know, but what I really respected about her last season was that she fully called Lisa out on like making Tom and Tom look like idiots when they were working really hard. They put up the money, like they were just as involved as she was, and she just like kept talking shit about them, like in press and to other people. And I really respected Ariana.
I agreed with her completely, but then when Lisa said, and you know how I feel about Lisa, when she was like, the greatest compliment I could give them is to go into business with them, like that should be enough. I kind of hear you. There's 18 people in the cast, and she chose the two of them. Like I understand, like she was annoying and she held it over their heads and blah blah blah, but at the end of the day, like she is giving them like the opportunity of a lifetime.
For sure. I really respected how she like was very straightforward, and I didn't think that she was talking a lot of shit about Lisa. I think she was very direct and went up to her, and I was like, damn, that's brave.
Yeah, I don't think Lisa was talking about that. I feel as though there were tweets and interviews where Ariana was calling out Lisa for the way that she was treating the Toms.
Well, I respect that.
Yeah, and what Lisa said, when like someone's your employee and they like want to talk bad about the boss, like you have to just sit there and take it.
That was very self-aware.
Very self-aware and true. But when someone's not your employee, like, no, now I can talk to you straight.
We're just people. Mm-hmm. Okay. Anything else you want to say about Vanderpump Rules before we wrap that up?
No, I feel good about it. I was really disappointed in Sheena. I can't stress that enough. It's like, it's been 8 seasons. It's called Growth, baby girl. You should try it.
Okay, we're going to do our advice segment, Dear Toasters. Totally anonymous. If you ever want to write in, email us, deartoasters@gmail.com. We cover everything from work stuff to wedding stuff to boyfriend stuff. Your boyfriend anonymously donated to a sperm bank. We'll take care of it. I haven't read these yet, so let's dive right in.
Sweet.
And totally anonymous, so don't worry. And this one comes with screenshots. Dear Steen Queens, I have a story for you. I started dating a guy towards the end of college. We were both happened to also be from the same area at home, so we spent the whole summer together as well. When we moved away for our jobs, we visited each other too. One day he broke up with me less than a week after I visited him, and we decided to give being exclusive a try.
Wait, I have to be honest.
She was very confusing.
Just like zoned out completely because I was just thinking about Sheena. I feel like the last words that I said were like really harsh.
They really were. Growth is a thing, baby girl. Like how fucking condescending. You're like Tiffany Pollard.
No, I know. And
she is nothing of the sort.
It's because we were watching too many Tiffany Pollard videos.
Yeah, we were watching Tiffany Pollard videos before we started the show, so that's why we're both like a little salty.
So I was just like,
somebody lied to her.
Told her she was fly and sexy. She is nothing of the sort. No, Sheena does need to grow up, but that was just harsh.
Okay, do you want me to start again?
Yeah. Now I feel better going into Dear Toasters.
Dear Steen Queens, I have a story for you. I started dating a guy towards the end of college. We both happened to be from the same area at home, so we spent the whole summer together as well.
Cute.
When we both moved away for our jobs, we visited each other too. One day he randomly broke up with me, and this was less than a week after I visited him, and we decided to be exclusive. There was no bad blood. We ran into each other again a couple months later after not talking, and he ignored me at the bar. I left feeling really hurt. The next day he texted me for the first time in a month, and a group of 23 of my friends from home saying he was sorry if I was upset. Now, I don't know if this was accidentally done because he deleted my messages from before or something, but I was like, whatever, it's cool. I removed him from the group and didn't think twice. The next week, he texted the same group that he had chlamydia and that I should get tested. So now, not only did I know that he cheated on me since I got tested during our time together, but this boy was either pure dumb stupid or trying to pull some power move on me. I didn't test positive, but now I'm terrified to go home because my friends / some people I'm less close with will spread this around at home over break. How do I show my face? And she sends screenshots. It says 20 people. He wrote, hey, sorry if I made you upset on Saturday for some reason. It was good to see you even if it was only for a second. And then wrote, whoops. Then like the conversation like continues. Is everyone going to Austin this weekend? And then a few days later he goes, wanted to let you know I tested positive for chlamydia after getting an STD test. I would get tested. If you test positive, then they give you a shot and then you're completely fine. Most people don't show symptoms, so I don't know how long I had it. And everyone is like commenting, it's okay, GIFs, like gotta love Eskimo buddies. So she wants to know, do we think that this was an intentional thing? And how does she show her face in her hometown?
Okay, this guy is like such a piece of shit, such a moron. I really don't think it was intentional because that's too strange. Like I can't even get on the mental level of someone who would do that intentionally. So I just think maybe he doesn't know how to use his phone and like
I'm sorry.
chat.
I'm so sorry. Like this is just, it's too weird to happen twice because people responded to him the first time. So he was obviously getting these texts.
I don't know. I think maybe when he typed her name in, like sometimes when you talk to someone more in a group chat than you do in your one-on-one chats, the group chat comes up first.
Yeah, but he realized the first time because he sent it and then he said, whoops.
No, I know, but he probably did the same thing again. I don't think he went to that group chat, saw what he said last, and then continued. Like,
yeah.
Real.
No, honestly,
or maybe he's hooked up with more than one girl in that
group.
crew and is just like sending out a group text to everyone that he's hooked up with and whose feelings he's hurt.
I wouldn't be ashamed for you to go home. Maybe everyone in the chat didn't even know that that was for you. And second of all, he should be embarrassed. He's the loser with chlamydia. You didn't even have it.
Yeah, I
girl.
would send like a really sharp, salty text back, maybe with like a negative chlamydia test photo, just in case you're like embarrassed about that.
Put it on your Snapchat. You have nothing to be embarrassed
just like
about.
reply to the group chat, be like, I'm clean, your dirty dick must have picked that up somewhere else.
Yeah, with some other whore.
Have a great day.
Honestly, this is great for you. Good for you for practicing safe sex. I'm really proud of you for coming out clean. And I think you're fine. You have nothing to be embarrassed about. This guy should be embarrassed, one, for having chlamydia, and two, for not knowing how to use a phone.
Oh, and also, like, even if he gave it to you and, like, you want to handle that personally and privately, that's fine. And it really is just one shot. And so it's
no,
I've
I've never had chlamydia, but I heard it's, like, the best one to have.
Yeah,
and it also sounds like Claudia.
Very similar.
So, like, good for you. Okay, that was a good one.
You just have a case of the Claudias.
Yeah, and by the way, everyone does. Okay, next up is titled Conflicted Lesbian.
It's contagious.
Hi, Claudia and Jackie. So you two being straight women may have trouble answering this, but you can probably still help. I have a close friend that I've known for a few years, and we bonded from coming out to each other. I'm a lesbian, and she is bisexual. She has had a boyfriend for a couple months, but she has never met him, and it's long distance. Though they are dating, she constantly flirts with me and holds hands with me.
She's had a boyfriend for a couple of months, but
and they
she's
never
met him.
They're like catfish, like online relationship.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's just like...
That's just standard. She just breezed right by. Even though they are dating, she constantly flirts with me and holds hands with me and even sits on me in a sexual manner. She also says that she wants to marry me and raise kids with me down the road. I honestly really like her a lot, maybe even love, but obviously cannot do anything because she is dating someone, partially. What do I do about the fact that she is coming on to me so hard? Love, a conflicted lesbian. Okay, I thought that this was going to be like, I don't know if I'm a lesbian, and I honestly don't feel like I'm like ready to give advice like that, so I'm glad that you know you're a lesbian. I'm really happy for you.
Right.
This girl sounds like, honestly, she sounds like trouble. First of all, not to be like so judgmental, but like people who start online relationships with people they've never met, like it's weird. And I know there's you know something for everyone, but this is fucking true.
And like sometimes it's a success and you know blah blah blah, but a lot of times like it's
Neve
just
Schulman.
Weird. And honestly, it seems like to me like your friend is a bit of like she just loves the attention. Like she wants to have her online boyfriend. She wants like you to be in love with her and just like wants it from everywhere. And I think you should say something to her.
And now it's like, it's not even funny now, because like you have real feelings.
It's like, I think you should say something to her, but like I never would, you know?
Of course not. By the way, this segment is just like me giving advice to people of shit I would never do. Like,
but
if this was me, I would like run away and never talk to anyone.
Yeah, no, or if this was me, I'd just like shove her off my lap and just like pretend like it wasn't happening until like something came to a head.
No, I would just like,
maybe until she broke up with, honestly, I'm so patient. And if you're in love with her back, I would like wait until this relationship inevitably fizzles out. Maybe like, you know, send him some like maybe
text messages.
Maybe make sure the relationship ends.
But I'm curious.
And then be like waiting in the wings, ready to like heal her heart.
I'm curious if she's only started coming on to you, because it sounds like you've known her for a while. Is she only coming on to you since having a boyfriend? Because then that's annoying. But if she's always been this way, like maybe you guys have always had something. You know?
And like maybe that's just who she is, and no offense, you're not special.
So did we land somewhere on giving this girl advice?
My advice, like what I would do if I were in the situation, which isn't the best advice to give, but given my personality type, and I'm very patient, I would wait for the relationship to end. Maybe I would do something to like push it towards its end.
You know what I would do? I'd just fuck her, you know? Like, it's an online boyfriend. He could even not exist. Like, how do we know he's real? It could be a robot. It could be Siri. Like, we never know.
Okay, that's a good path.
Just
like,
fuck her.
Just, no, when she's sitting on your lap flirting, like, blah, 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 like, let's see where it goes.
Spread those legs.
Yeah.
I just said go for it. Fuck her. I think that's really good advice.
I think that's great advice. Like, you don't know this guy, neither does she.
right. What do you owe this, like, mythical creature? He could not even exist. It could be a hologram.
What do you owe this IP address?
Totally.
Nothing.
Okay, our final one is titled, I'm the Family Slut. Dear Claudia and Jackie, I come from a sort of conservative family, and I have definitely dated and brought more guys around my extended family than any of my cousins have. I have no siblings. Our big family Christmases have always included aunts, uncles, cousins, grandparents, super random people who don't have anywhere to go. So many years, I would bring a little pack of friends, including some dudes. I've been dating around for like 12 years, and I've probably brought 5 guys over to holidays or as wedding dates, either because there's nowhere else for them to go, like in college when they couldn't go home for the holidays, or because we were seriously dating.
5 guys over 12 years is not
bad.
Crazy.
Also, like, good for you for like bringing guys home who have nowhere else to live. Like, are you running a homeless shelter? Like, she said that very casually. Like, I would bring people home in college when they had no home. I've almost gotten married once or twice, engaged once before, but he cheated. About to get engaged to my amazing current boyfriend who is rad and will be my husband for sure. Basically, I probably ran my mouth too much in my earlier years of dating about marriage because my family kind of frowns on dating unless it's leading to marriage. I'm basically the family slut now. And some of my idiot alcoholic family members make fun of me for always bringing around some guy. I know I could have avoided this by being more discreet, but I think that I should get to do whatever the fuck I want, and they should all fuck off. I honestly want to elope because all this shit I've gotten through the years, these people don't deserve to attend a wedding. What can I say? I love this girl. What can I say to these people to show them that dating is normal and my choice and not something I must do? Because I couldn't lock down some dude, which I always could have, Jesus Christ. What can I say to make them feel like idiots for the double standards they have with me as a girl, whereas my uncle, who used to date a lot, was teased in a more playful, less intensely critical way? I know that you probably have more interesting mail to respond to on air, but I think this is something a lot of ladies from conservative families face, and I want there to be a solution that doesn't involve showing up alone to a holiday party to hide my dating life, which would then lead to all other questions of, are you dating? Will you marry? XOXO, the family slut. That's tough. I never really thought about that just because, like, I only brought home one person and like that was it. But I don't consider like dating to make you slutty. Like, all right, if you're bringing home a different man every night, then I think, you know, we have something to talk about. But 5 guys over 12 Christmases, like, sounds like you have a really healthy and mature dating life.
Yeah, I don't know. I like, if it were me and I were in this situation, I would just kind of tune out their opinions, you know, especially if it's like your cousins, aunts, and uncles, like you see them a couple times a year, like you can handle it then. But so her concern is that when she brings home her eventual fiance, that they're gonna like.
No, she wants to elope. She doesn't want these types of people at her wedding, and she doesn't know how to
Does she have a fiance?
No, but she's engaged and she's married and she's dating this guy, and she like knows that he's the one. Like, they're gonna get engaged.
Okay, so bring him, of course.
Yeah, but no, she doesn't want them at her wedding. She wants to elope.
Then you should for sure elope. Bring him to Christmas. Live your life. Do what you want. Fuck those people.
This is like the
when
age-
it concerns their opinions that like really don't involve them. Like, you should respect your family and blah blah blah. But like, this has absolutely nothing to do with them. So if they just want to have their asshole opinion, that's fine. And then after Christmas, like, you get to go home with the love of your life. How wonderful.
This is though like the age-old dilemma, one in which I definitely face, like being the person who cares so much about what other people think, but also being like, I don't care what anyone thinks about me, even though I'm like crippled with self-doubt. So it's so much easier said than done to like fuck what everyone thinks about me. But I'm sure she does want to change the opinion of like people, her family. Like,
I think the opinion will change when every Christmas it's the same guy that she's bringing home, and then that like she had to kiss 5 frogs.
Right. Oh my God, he's crazy
over
girl.
12 years to find the right guy for her. Yeah. You know, I think once she's like married and settled down and doing what they deem is what she should be doing, then like the past is just the past.
The past is the past. Thank you for writing in, you guys. Make sure to email us, deartoasters@gmail.com. We always keep it anonymous. You can write in about anything weird, crazy, normal. We will get it on air. So check it out, deartoasters@gmail.com. And that is our show for you. Thank you guys so much for listening to The Morning Toast, the Millennial Morning Show, where we go live Monday through Friday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time on YouTube. So if you're watching us on YouTube, please feel free to give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe, you know what to do. Get the little bell thing, you know, just hit it up. We're also available as a podcast anywhere podcasts can be found. So that's Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, Public Radio, iHeartRadio, CastBox, all the places. So wherever you choose to listen to podcasts, subscribe to us and leave a 5-star review about how beautiful, stunning, and smart we are. We love you guys so much. We will see you tomorrow for our final live show, our final show of the week tomorrow, right? And we are going early tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. because we got flights to catch, because we catch flights, not feelings. So 9:30 a.m. is our last show of the week tomorrow. Make sure to check it out. Tune in live. If you usually listen to us as a podcast, head over to youtube.com/morningtoast. Have an amazing day, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.